I think we need to keep the energy up. Having come from a successful tour of the United Arab Emirates, we are continuing on our drive of seeking partnerships across the continent to be able to increase our tourism arrivals from not only the continent of Africa but beyond. The Travel Indaba is the biggest show on the African continent, and it brings all African countries to this show to be able to showcase what they have in their different countries, and buyers coming from across the world to be able to engage with the tourism of the African continent. And really we would like to be amongst the top 5, where we've been rated before, of the must-visit countries within the African continent. We seek partnerships. We've just come from the UAE, as I mentioned, where we signed an MOU of cooperation with the giant that Emirates is. But here on the African continent, we also are finding synergies with airlines, South African Airways, Ethiopian Airlines, Kenya Airways, amongst others, and also with other tourism bodies that are on the continent. We learn from experiences. For example, tomorrow I'm engaging or attending a panel discussion that is talking about standards and grading of tourism facilities, and something that we need to learn from, so that we can also be upgrading our facilities within Zimbabwe. So learning how grading is done across the African continent, and maybe take away from best practice to be able to implement back in Zimbabwe. So these are some of the areas that we will be focusing on at this Indaba, but really the key driver is finding partnerships. We cannot do this alone. We need to come together with other regional players, particularly those in the SADC region, that we may be marketed as a destination. And as we do so, our long-haul visitors coming from our source markets can then visit not just one country within the region, but can do several stops within that, and allowing the economies of the region to prosper from tourism and to benefit as such.